welcome to another special Friday night special show for the warm-up show. This is your hockey coach guru, Coach Francis, directly from the Sunshine State and Florida. And we have to find our co-host, the insider of the warm-up show, directly from Toronto, Ontario. Welcome back, Mr. ENORTAP, in the house today.
Hi, Coach. Happy Friday to all the Hockey Nation. I don't know where I got this ENORTAP, but I don't know.
People love the new name ENORTAP, so that's great to see you aboard. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have, as always, the Friday we do something special. It's called a Fun Friday Night with a warm-up show. Of course, we're going to do the sixth game prediction at the end of the show. That will happening, of course. And then we're going to talk about different things. We're going to talk about the racing driver, the new ENORTAP on the race today. It's all about find who's going to win the race or different trophies or different race like the division or the point, the goal, assist, the best defenseman. Not only like the trophy Norris, but who is going to have the most goal, maybe as a defenseman or as the forward, everything like that. So that's about the racing, honestly. And we want the participation of the people, of course, happening about that. So I can't wait to have you, Mr. ENORTAP, with your ENORTAP new one. And then don't forget, Mr. ENORTAP, next week. We are right now at Tulum in Mexico for your new bars called the Tequila ENORTAP on the beach. So I can't wait. I heard some requests from people. They want you on swimming suit next week. But we have to negotiate a little bit more about that one over there. But it will be interesting to see that, of course. We have a few people already in the house. They're flying everybody. First of all, please don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. And thank you for joining us, Mr. Ron with Kings 20 in the house.
Hello, Ron.
Here we go. Danny T is already right about that one over there. He's a round sport, Mr. with the round sport with the ENORTAP, Danny T in the house. Back from Sherbrooke, de la belle région, de la belle province de Québec, Mr. Nicolas de Cobibono. Bon match, mon Nicolas.
Welcome.
The scout is back there. He's back in the house. Il est de retour dans la maison de Hockey National Show. I'm talking about Alexis, the scout Dubit.
Hi, Alexis.
And, of course, we talked about is a turtle because we always call him like a turtle. A-K-Y-T in the house.
Welcome to
From Finland, welcome back, Mr. Jarmo Virtanen.
Jarmo, welcome.
Kevin, Christian, and Keaton in the house with Kevin TB in the house.
Hello. Welcome.
Directly from l'île Perrault, dans la région de Montréal, Island Montreal, Richard Mullen in the house.
Welcome, sir.
Directly from New York, Jose Duarte.
Hello, Jose.
What about from Colorado, the Rocky Mountain? We call it the Avalanche #1 fans in the house. Steve G in the house.
Welcome.
You are awesome.
Yes, she is. Yes, she's back. Miss Kelly.
Hello, welcome.
Et il est de retour avec nous. Welcome back, Mr. Bert Bruzo.
Welcome.
I feel like ENORTAP, a name like Bert Bruzo should work inside a saloon. The brew.
Oh, that's
I feel like he's good about that one over there.
Maybe
From Pont Rouge. From Pont Rouge. I was going to say Donnacona. I don't know why Donnacona, but Donnacona is close to Pont Rouge. But Pont Rouge It's a red bridge in English. I don't know how I can call it like this. But RJ Calamon Sport Insider, the update is back.
Hello, RJ.
From Ottawa, number one fans of the Senator, Corey Hill. Welcome back.
Hello, Corey.
Don't forget to click on the likes. We welcome everybody and hopefully going to enjoy the show with us. We appreciate your support and also with your kind of to be with us every single time we show up. We turn the clock on at 12 at 5 in the evening. And that's why we call it about that. Mr. Nata, before we start, are you ready?
I think so.
Are you ready? It's time.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's time to celebrate the winner of the prediction last night. Here we go. There you go. One more time. Reverse. Congratulations, the best record with a 5-3 yesterday. Jose Duarte, Mr. Ross Stoppington, and unfortunately, I could not put Steve G all the way, but I put Steve. We'll recognize him anyway. The Colorado man. The right score is not in the house, so we call him Johnny Larkin. But DH, I think it was G. I put D, but we know it's 50 with Cal. So we know who he is anyway at the end of the day. I did not change the logo, by the way. And the fantasy with the 4 point because of the muffin, the AM34 muffin with 2 goals last night. We have Kelly and, of course, our best friend, Mr. Center Highs, Andrew Lepage, win the fantasy, Mr. ENORTAP. So congratulations for the winner of last night. You can check you at the bottom who win everything on that. So it's great to have your performance yesterday. But don't forget, we're going to be back very shortly with Mr. Faratap is going to be back in the house. Faratap, I can, you're the number 44, by the way, if you don't know about that one over there. So Faratap is going to bring you on the piss very soon. I can't wait to have you. You're going to start this race. You're going to be you don't have the pole position, by the way. You are in the middle of the race at that moment. And by the way, you did not finish last week at the Daytona race last week. You got disqualified, by the way.
Sure, why not?
It's happened is because not of you, Faratap. It was you hire Danny T in the pit stop. And Danny T pushed you, push the car outside of the line, and that make you to be behind 1 lap behind because that's what happening for that road. And now you never have a chance to catch up everybody. And eventually you get hit in the race from behind by his brother Roger L. He was behind you, and we call him the Roger Tap. And unfortunately, but we need to recruit you another driver inside our team, the Faratap racing car. So we're going to see if we can recruit more drivers for the next couple of weeks. But that's what we at that moment, Mr. Faratap. Welcome aboard. About this one over there. Congratulations, Jose. Yamo Kelly as the logo. Damn, coach cut my name in half with ad logo next to it and no respect. Yeah, but the one beside you when. By the way, it was with Jose. Jose is a new. Jose is a Toronto Maple Leaf. Steve is also Colorado, and then also who won the third one? Oh, Ross. Ross is a Boston Bruins. I was complicated with everybody, and so you know what? Still with the Montreal Canadiens, that would be easier to go that way over there. So here we go. RG, all we update with a race car, Mr. ENORTAP. Perfect. ENORTAP ad is Photoshop perfectly. Alexi, asking you a question. What do you think about the Montreal Canadiens looking for maybe for Tyler Wright. I don't think Tyler Wright like the scout, or maybe Shane Wright as the players.
Shane, right? Yeah, obviously, if they finish, if they're lucky enough to get the first pick overall, that's going to be the direction they go, I think.
Yeah, possible about that one over there. 5-12, Mr. ENORTAP. Jose, can you sing Tyler Wright, the scout you talk about, not the
Oh,
players?
okay. I thought
That's
Shane
what I
Wright.
knew
Okay.
about this. I want to be sure,
Yeah.
verify the question before I ask you this. But that's the scout, Tyler Wright.
Hmm.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't know much about him. I'll be honest. I don't know a lot about the scouts, so I can't really comment on that.
Perfect, not a problem. Or at least he was honest to tell you. They tell us
Of
that.
course.
But Mr. ENORTAP, it's time. It's time, Mr. ENORTAP, because you are going to drop the puck. Drop that puck. Drop that puck. Drop that puck. Face up, ENORTAP. What pay is attention the last 24 hours, or maybe 48 hours? We skipped last night. We skipped his presentation, introduction at the beginning of the show last night, and we got some complaining about people in the chat last night. What's going on in the talk cannot show at the beginning and tell us what's going on the last 24 hours. So with all the requests I got, I turned off my email. Too many people was looking for your introduction. So it's time to tell us, Mr. ENORTAP, what pay your attention the last 24 hours. And of course, it's the time to drop that puck.
Drop. Well, Coach, I don't know. To me, yet again, it's been a whole week and a half now. We've had some nights where there's been some huge upsets. Very strong teams are losing. I mean, it's normal. I get that. A lot of teams that are lower in the standings really have they're playing with house money right now, and they have nothing to lose. There's no pressure. It's a lot easier for those teams to come up with a big game than it is for the teams that are vying for a playoff spot or trying to establish their positioning for playoffs, right? And we look at yet again Florida having trouble, losing to Columbus yesterday, 6-3 at home again. So that's 2 in a row now. So that's a bit of an area of concern. I wouldn't say so much the losing as much as the fact that they're allowing a lot of goals, and that could be problematic as we get into the last lap. Little fair tap sideline there. As we get into the last lap, getting closer and closer to the playoffs, you're not going to see these 7-5, 6-4 games. You're going to see very close fought games that end up 2-1 and 3-2 at the most, and they have to find a way to close that gap. The Leafs, it was good to see that they finally came out on top. They're playing against a very good team, Minnesota. Although both of them were in a bit of a slump as of recently, but good on them to finally come out with a win. And it was good to see that the night before or whenever they played Montreal, Mrazek took a lot of heat for playing poorly. But yesterday, personally, I thought he kept them in that game, and that allowed him to score that second goal and then the empty netter, of course. We also had New Jersey. New Jersey's found some very good offensive power lately, and they disposed of Pittsburgh handily 6-1 yesterday. And a very exciting game with Dallas and Nashville. The Pecorini ceremony, which was very nicely done, and then a very tight, close game that they played. Nashville winning it. I'm trying to remember if it was a shootout or if it was just overtime, but it was a 2-1 score. And how can we forget, Bruce, there he is, taking on the hottest team in the league and coming out on top 7-1 last night. Really, they knew that they had to play well against Calgary, and Demko really put up a good game. That was fantastic to see as well.
Yeah, it was a shootout in Nashville.
Yes, a shootout. That's right.
And then you have the most
San
game
Jose.
by defenseman Shara milestone
right.
yesterday, with also 3,200 game by director general manager David Poy, and of course 400 goal by Zach Parise. Yesterday the Islanders obviously lost 4-3 again, also on shootout against the San Jose. And that's what happened yesterday. Boston went in shootout also 3-2 against Seattle Kraken.
And Chara got into a fight to commemorate.
Chara got a fight also with Vidal yesterday about this. But the last
Not much
night,
of a fight though.
I don't know, you did not talk about this, but Bennett hit against Cole Sillinger.
Oh yeah, what a hit! What a hit!
It was great hit about that one over there.
It was a clean hit. There was nothing illegal about it. I know some people were saying, was it necessary? To really do that, but you know what? It's part of the game. You get caught in the emotions of the game, and you have to have your head up all the time.
Mr. Yomekano, Danny T is going to put some Ferra Fawcett and Ferratap in your car with some Russian special it's coming in your car. We talked about this morning, and Yamo confirmed, and then he talked about this, but the KHL season's over, and Joe Kerit Elzeski is out of that part of there. He said a couple of players maybe like Annie Borge, Ninen could be some call maybe from NHL at some point. About that. It's too bad for the Finnish Russian player and the KHL. There's sad news about this. Okay, about sad news, what do you think about the declaration of the Ovechkin about 35 minutes ago?
Yeah, I didn't hear it all in its entirety. I just got a quick glimpse of the statement he made on Twitter. I think he said the right things. Could he have gone a little bit further in detail? Perhaps, yeah.
I agree with you. I think he did not try to make any drama or any things bad or something like that. He did the right thing, you know what I mean? Whatever is maybe more personnel, all right, but I think he did the right thing for everything. So it's not like a bad way or someone can go one direction, everything like that. You know his relationship with the president over there, so we know that already. But the fact he said, we better to have nothing like that, whatever it is. So I think it was great to see him to mention that way. So for me, it was good, his declaration. And I think he is also good he did it, because a lot of people was request a lot. I think that Washington Capitals sit with him, explain, and they talk each other, and they want to be sure everything it was really properly said about that one over there. So I think it was good about that. About this happening. But Mr. ENORTAP, 5:20, we're going to go and invite everybody to join us. We have to go at the Daytona 500. And I don't know if you are ready to rock and roll, but you are right there and the best everything like that. And because we don't want to have the words over the car and over your name and the beautiful face on the driver, we go to ask a question verbally, so that would be easier for everybody. And we don't want to. We love this picture. Hopefully, everybody's going to have a screenshot on that one over there. But in fact, I have to do it for the marketing and the publicity of the firm. I can't wait. Maybe we're going to have better sponsorship, Mr. ENORTAP, for your show at 5:00 p.m. We have to look about that.
I have to take you to the saloon after. I get it.
We have Mr. Dixon Automobile Group in the house. You talk about Mecano, you talk about car. Dixon is you have a sell car or something like that, Mr. Dixon. I don't know. He's in the car business, but I don't know. He's a dealership or something like that. So that's the reason we should maybe have a sponsorship of his company next week, Mr. ENORTAP, on your 44. That'd be great to see that. Here we go. The first question for everybody. All right. And the guys, you put your answer in the chat. That'd be great. Right now, we have a race for the who's going to finish first at the end of the season and the number one ranking. Example like the President Trophy. We have 4 teams. We have the Colorado, we have the Carolina, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Florida Panthers. All four are over 720 winning percentage at that moment. After that, you have to drop at 690 and everything, and then that New York Rangers. So we give you four choice: Colorado, Tampa Bay, Carolina, and the Florida Panthers. And the people in the chat, if you don't mind to click on the likes first of all, but also give you answer. I'm going to bring you answer live right there for you for the driver. And you don't have no minutes, you don't have anything like that. And then Dixon said, I rent car and I sell car. Here we go.
There you go.
You got your first, you see, you never thought to come here for a tap at that show and get your sponsorship live. Like, it's unbelievable.
Free advertising.
We got first answer. Richard Molin said Colorado. Ron King said Colorado. Jose Duarte, he said Colorado. That's the 3 of the 17 people we have, 19 people we have in the chat. Well, we get 6. We're going to ask you your answer, Mr. ENORTAP, to keep the suspense a little bit. So that's what we have. We have 16 people sleep on the couch. Maybe they were going to wake up. I don't know what's going on over there, but maybe they are going to say that. Why not now? We're going to bring...
Too, eh?
Nobody knows, but you're also a pilot of the plane, so I was just want to sharing this with you. Carolina, Florida, Tampa Bay. Wow, back to back, Mr. ENORTAP. 3 fan answer. Colorado, Danny, Kimi Raikkonen, Yamo. All right, and the answer, Mr. ENORTAP.
I got to go with Colorado. I think I think they've since the first couple weeks, a week and a half, where they started off a little bit slow, they've really turned it on. They've not only do they win, but they do it convincingly. And when you look at the teams themselves, they're the only ones I can see that doesn't have a gaping hole anywhere. They can always do something to tinker the lineup a little bit more at trade deadline, but they really don't have to. I think that they're strong as they are.
Pierre Martin, welcome aboard to Carolina also. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. 24 people, only 17. Question number 2. We have a really race right now on the goal. The most goals during the season. At that moment, we have Matthews at 36. Dressel is at 35. Now, Grader is at 34. And then we would drop a little bit more lower with Ovechkin and McDavid, everything like that. If one of them, you can give us an answer. For people, you can give it. But really, the race right now is 3. Grader, Dressel, and Austin Matthews. Who do you believe is going to win that one, Mr. ENORTAP?
Oh my God!
I can understand already is going on. Oh, we put the clock, by the way. You're welcome, Pierre Martin.
Idea. Nothing like a ticking bomb in a car. Yeah.
We have the first one, Danny T, go with Matthews. Of course, Kelly, the muffin number 34 AM. Matthews, we have another Matthews. Matthews is on mission. I like that one over there. Everybody right now is on Matthews. Mr. ENORTAP, be careful. Matthews. Alexis, je ne sais pas qu'est-ce que je fais ce soir. Je pense pas de faire Caroline, c'est certain. Matthews, Pierre Martin said Matthews. Yamo said Matthews. Kevin said Matthews. Honestly, Mr. ENORTAP, because the answer is really unanimous at that moment. What is your answer on that one?
I don't think you need my answer, Coach. It's pretty obvious from the chat. I agree wholeheartedly. I think the Muffin Man Matthews is the one to go. I mean, that mustache alone scares most of the goalies in the league. So I think he's going to win.
I agree with you about that one. There's a good pick about that. Oui, Alexis, je vais en faire un, mais je ne sais pas si je fais le power play ou bien le Colorado game. We have a really tight race and the points. If you follow right now, Huberdeau back up number, it was 74 points last night with a point. Huberdeau right now is on the streak of 9 games, I believe, with assist streak. But also we have the McDavid and also Tressalol trade by 1 or 2 points behind Huberdeau and maybe other players. But that's really the three name I have for you today. Who do you believe is going to win with the most point at the end of the season? We have Huberdeau, McDavid, and Tressalol. Anybody who have another name, you can mention those names. You're absolutely right, Bert, about Matthews. Bert, go with UB do. Yamo go with McDavid. Ron go with Kadri. Kelly goes with Huberdeau. Steve go with Huberdeau. Round Queen, like I mentioned, go with Kadri. Ozzy from New York go with Kadri. It's because he's an ex-Toronto Maple Leaf, maybe. I don't know. Don't forget to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. And Dixon, he said a dry for Dressado. Corey Hill go with Austin Matthews. Pierre Martin go with McDavid. And so we have a lot of different picks, right? We have McDavid, Dressado, and Huberdeau. And now we have to add Kadri and about that list over there. And Roger said Verselinin. Yamo said. Yamo is still impressed by... everybody is impressed when Roger said Verselinin from the Winnipeg Jet. Nobody knew he would know that kind of player. So we'd be curious to ask Roger next time why he knows Verselinin. What is your pick? Alexi said Jake Evans, but that's another story.
Yeah. Well, for me, Coach, it's really a toss-up, I think, between Huberdeau and Draisaitl. I think they're both on very offensive-minded teams, but I'm gonna give the edge to Huberdeau this year. I think that not only does he want it, I think the team wants him to have it as well. So I look forward to seeing him win.
Yeah, it would be interesting that race, honestly. But so far, all the question is interesting. It's a very interesting race. You know, it's like someone would pick it up. Maybe only Colorado, maybe an advantage for the rest, but otherwise, it's very tied up. Talking about the race, we have also the goal against average in the league, and it's a little bit complicated. 1.97 for Uso for the St. Louis Blues. We have 1.98 for Shostakin for the New York Rangers. I'm going to name two other goaltenders. And I don't mention Swayman because he did not play enough game. He's a little bit sharing the time. And Uso become number one. So that's the reason Swayman is not there because he's at 2.02. But we have a 2.11, 2.12, Mr. ENORTAP. We have a Frederick Anderson and the race for that one over there, and Max Strom for the Calgary Flames. So between four of them, we have Uso, we have Max Strom, Shostakin, and of course Anderson for the Carolina Hurricanes. You may be not pay attention, Mr. ENORTAP, but when I put the colors or your name in the car, it's the same color like Hooters.
I wouldn't know, Coach.
I'll
take your word for it.
Because I'm looking at my other computer, I see the YouTube channel, and I said, wow, it looked like the orange from Hooters. By the way, we can be sponsored by Hooters. We have to negotiate for that one also. Richard said Max. I think he wants to say Max Strom. Kelly said Sursakin, but I know it's Shostakin. And then we have Turkin from Bert. I know it's Shostakin. Jose go Anderson. Surprise, Kelly did not go with Frederick Anderson. Quamper is 612. Send the December 1st at 0.933. Yeah, I agree with you about that one there. That's a good point. You can bring other people inside Anderson because that is coach my fantasy players. And I thought don't talk a lot about his week of fantasy this week. That's another subject. Dixon says, sur second, is it like an autocorrect on the phone? Sur second? And Bert Serentikin, poor guy, his name is Crew very bad. Pierre Martin said Anderson. Round we go Crumper. That's a good choice, by the way. And then Bert, for the fourth time, he said, Shark thinking. Don't give up, man. You're going to get it. Then RJ said, sure, this skin, or shirt this skin. Oh my God, that's
Shirts
so
and
funny
skins,
right now.
yeah.
Cannot wait him is injured. Mr. DGW, the winner of the W, Mr. Johnny Larkin, you make the top score leaderboard today. Mr. DH Johnny Larkin. What was the question? Corey, just put Shostakin. The question is, can someone write their name perfectly good on Shostakin? Is it possible someone can get the name right? I don't know. If someone can type that one, that'd be great. We wait. He's going to be the winner of the race. At the same time, Mr. ENORTAP, who is the winner of the race?
I don't know. I'm going to go a little bit off board. I'm going to go with Markstrom. I think that the Calgary has a sound defense. They play a very tight defensive-minded game. Hey, we have a proper spelling.
We have a She's Tjorkin by DJ. Now we have Shostakin. We got it perfectly good about that one. Everybody got it now. Here we go. That's great.
They all went on Google.
So what do you answer? Because I'm laughing, still laughing.
I'm going to go with Markstrom.
Markstrom, wow, surprise.
Yeah.
Nobody talked. Yeah. Oh, we have a Richard Mullen, I believe, the first one. He talked about Markstrom. And talking about the best friend, the best brother back in the house. He showed up at the right time. Roger is another member of you Pit Stop Mécano. With his brother Danny. Danny is a chief Mécano, and he has also his brother inside your team Mécano. And Roger is in charge about the gas, so he fuel your gas. And Danny is on the top of the pit stop on the inside on the stand. Talk to you all the time about where you have to go and inside the race. So that's what you are, that team you have right now. Everybody wants to join the pit stop team of Ferratap as a member of the pit stop. Please, you can apply to the Hockey National Show. We're going to give you a job if your qualification are great to make it. Defenseman, Mr. ENORTAP, for the number the point. We have Ozzy, we have Mekar, and we have Victor Edmond. They are tied, I believe, Ozzy and Mekar, but Edmond is a bit behind if you turn that. Who do you believe is going to have the most point as a defenseman at the end of the year?
Gotcha.
By the way, we have you achieve for your kitchen food. It just show up. Joseph Laham is in charge about your food for nutrition inside your Ferratap team. It's Joseph Laham.
I gotta be careful. I can't fit in that car, you know.
Oh my God! Ron said I have to say she stir her kin. That's pretty good. Richard, he go with Edmond. Ozzy go with Ozzy. Bert go with Jacquard, like Ozzy. How everyone doing? Coach ENORTAP, another winner of the show of the prediction last night. Fantasy most the points. Center Ice is with us tonight. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. You got with Matthews, with Kelly. Congratulations. Yamo go with Ozzy. Mekar for Andrew Lapage. Hello, Gregor and Roger. Everybody's welcoming each other. And at the end, we have also Ozzy from RG. Thanks, RG, to participate. That's awesome. You answer. Mekar for Pierre Martin.
Pierre Martin, yeah. Well, I think it's Makar as well. I think it'll be close with him and Fox, but I think Makar is the man.
We have a Bert with McCarr. We have a Ron with McCarr. Kelly goes McCarr, and then Corey Hill go with Zab at some point. Okay, guys, got to go. I will see you guys later. Enjoy. Thank you so much, Kevin, for your participation tonight. Here we go. We have two to go really quickly, Mr. ENORTAP.
Okay.
Now, we go for the Calder. And we don't mention a lot of trophy, but it's the one. And honestly, it's between Raymond, Zegras, Zeder, and we have also to add Lundell and Michael Bunting. So I'll give you 5 of them because they are raising most of the point are pretty good. Zegras step up most of the point, but I raised for the most of the goal. And so that's what we at. So I repeat for you is Raymond, Zegras, Zeder, Lundell, and Michael Bunting.
Gotcha.
Bert said Bonding. John Gregor back in the house. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be great. We have Jose go with Bonding. Steve G go with Maurice Zeder. Same with, well, not this one, but this one. Richard Mullen go with Zeder. Dixon go with Cole Caulfield. Look out. Can he come back? Corey Hill go with Formanton. Ron King said Bonding. Hey, Willa. First one go with Zegras is Yamo Vartanen. Johnny Larkin, the TH, go with Zeder or Zegras. RJ go with Bunting. Nicolas say qui va gagner le trophée Calder, la recrue de l'année. Andrew go with Zeder. Danny go with Caulfield. And finally, Zegras for TH. Your answer.
For me, it's been this all year, and I continue to go with it. I think Moritz Seider is should get this. It's going to be harder because he's a defenseman, but it's also a harder position to play. So I think he definitely will deserve it.
All right, we go with the last question before we go to prediction, Mr. ENORTAP. But it's a 2-question, but you have 2 answers. I'm sorry. All right. Who is going to win? Because the Central Division and the Metropolitan Division, I believe Colorado and Carolina is going to win. But we want to know who is going to win the Division Atlantic between Toronto or Tampa Bay or Florida. One of the 3 there. Then you have to give me a second answer. Who is going to win the Pacific between Vegas or the Calgary or maybe another team? People, you can pick up any one of them. The Atlantic and the Pacific. If you answer, you guys in the chat, give us 2 answers. That'd be great if you can do that. And you are right now the last one of the night for that one over there.
Atlantic and Pacific?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my question, it took me 45 seconds, but it was easy. Said Atlantic and Pacific. Steve G, go with Tampa Bay and Calgary. You chief of the mechanist of the Mechano did not do well. He go only with Calgary. Robert the Bruce, big fan of Vancouver Canucks. He said the Canucks and the Florida. Welcome aboard, Robert the Bruce. We have Johnny Larkin with Florida and Tampa. They are in the same division, Johnny. I need 1 answer on the Atlantic and 1 answer on the Pacific. Nicolas, you got it, my friend. Tampa and Edmonton. We have, wow, is he jumping very quick? Dixon, Florida and Calgary. Mr. Ron go with Florida and Calgary. Florida and Calgary. And Calgary and Florida for Jose. Corey go with Ottawa and Toronto Maple Leaf. And RJ go with Calgary and Tampa Bay. Richard Mullen go with Tampa Bay and Calgary. Florida, Calgary for Kelly. It's pretty tie between Tampa Bay and Florida. Nobody talk about Toronto. I don't know why. Florida, Calgary. Carolina, Calgary. Pierre, it was not a Metropolitan, but Atlantic. Pierre Martin between Tampa Bay and Florida or Toronto. Rogers, Florida, Calgary. Atlantic, Tampa, and Calgary. Mr. ENORTAP, you have the last answer.
Yeah, for me, Atlantic, for quite a while, I was calling for Florida, but I'm still a little bit worried about goaltending and defense to a degree there. So I'm going to go with Tampa there. And in the Pacific, I think Calgary. I think Calgary will hang on to it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that one over there. I feel like, it was really, really good choice for you. This complete your lap. You have to do your last lap of the race. Here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go.
All right. Here you are right now in the corner number 1. You're coming down. Here we go. Move to the left, to the right. Here we go. Coming down right there. Be careful on your right side. Move left. Move left. Move left. Come on. Push. Push. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. It was you another great racing of the day. We look forward for the next one. Maybe it's going to be another thing. We heard between someone else next week. ENORTAP have a new things for you. We talk about nutrition. So we'll see what kind of ENORTAP is going to be next week. Come back next Friday for the fun Friday night. That'd be awesome, Mr. ENORTAP. Here we go. Mr. ENORTAP, people are complaining because we never do anymore, or we skip a couple of times. Who are they? So tonight we have a few of them, and we're going to do very quickly because we hit the 44, and we have to we can finish at 10 tonight anyway.
Oh my God!
And who are they? And the first one is easy one. Ryan Kirk, welcome aboard. Thank you so much, Bert. And we have John Grega. ENORTAP is very fast about that one over there. Ryan Kirk, welcome. Pierre Sorry, Tampa Bay, Calgary. Perfect. And we wait now for the people give us some answer about that one over there. Nicolas Lankinen, Colin Deila, wow, Johnny Larkin, Ed Belford, Mr. José Duarte, Fleury, Robert, Bert, c'est Patrick Arroy, Boucher, Fleury, Turco, Marty Turco. I always loved Turco with the Dallas Star run. And it's going to get this time. So someone got it so far, Mr. ENORTAP?
I don't see it unless I'm wrong with my assessment.
Here we go. We've called a friend, and our friend is ENORTAP. He's going to save everybody. I can feel it.
Well, for me, the number gave it away because I was thinking also Belfort, but it's Carter Hutton. Number 33.
Carter Hutton. RJ, go with Scott Darlin. That's a great one over there also, Mr. RJ.
Yeah.
That's a great test over there. Now, we have another one, Mr. ENORTAP here, but it's differently because we know already who is going to be the goaltender. But we need to know who is beside him. And that's the key about that one over there.
Who's beside him? The guy in the jacket?
I'm not talking about the coach behind him. I'm talking about the guy is stand up beside him.
Yeah.
And Nicolas said Temco. Yes, we know it's Temco, Nicolas. We want to know the guy where is not wearing the clothes right now. He is with a jean jacket, maybe we can see, or a gray jersey. Robert de Bruce is dad. But Bert said Tom Cruise. Robert de Bruce said Tango dad. That's interesting. Corey Hill said Brent Oldby.
No.
José Duarte said Chris Chelios. Steve G said Bourré. Richard Marlin said Bubble. The time is up. We can see if people are still there. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. 30 people in the show, guys, but we have only 22 likes. That would be great if you can click on the like. Ron King says, Scott, and I can wait for anybody else another answer because so far.
Oh boy!
How about the Blues? Trevor Linden. How about it? You should find it. That's your team. Whoop! What a winner! Mr. Natab, do you know who is this?
Is it Bert that got the right answer?
Kirk McLean.
McLean, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goaltender with the Vancouver Canucks, and he did a couple of teams. So that's what we at about that today. I think it was great to come back. We'll find all the way about that one. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. We still have 31 people, Mr. Natab, maybe the best we got so far. And we have only 23 likes. So please, everybody, click on the likes. That'd be great if you can do that. If not, Danny, the bouncer of the show, is going to hit you hard about that one over there.
He's the
Scott Nementar and Bert the Trichard from Nicolas. 6 games on the program tonight. It's time to pick up all the votes for everybody. Your prediction is going to be back Monday. Now, what happens during the show, during the weekend, Coach? But it's easy. You can email me at coach@coachfrenchy.com, and that's the best way you can do that. And you can get those kind of the prediction, everything like that during the game. You're welcome, Robert. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. Coach is quiet.
Okay, well, our first game tonight is the Columbus-Carolina game. The Hurricane, they've enjoyed 3 nights off since they had a back-to-back set, and they were both 1-goal victories earlier in the week, and now they take on the high-scoring, imagine saying that, the high-scoring Columbus Blue Jackets. The Carolina has had to sort of fix up their defense a little bit because we have both Tony DeAngelo out of the lineup as well as Brendan Smith. DeAngelo is expected to be out for a month, and that's a real hit for them because he was having a great year and was fitting in well with the organization. So they're going to miss him for the next month or so. He was, I think, tied for third on the team with points as well. So they're going to lose some offense there as well. The Blue Jackets have a 4-game winning streak, but are also on back-to-back after last night, the 6-3 victory that they had over Florida. Even prior to that, they were on a scoring surge. They had 46 goals across 10 games, and it marked a franchise record for them in such a short span of time. However, even though they've scored a lot, they've also yielded 3 or more goals in 5 consecutive games. So you can score on the team. If you can play a little bit of defense against them, you should come out on top. And I think that's what's going to happen here tonight, especially since Carolina will have to close things down a little bit defensively. So I'm taking Carolina to win this game by a score of 5-2.
Again, you copy me.
Oh, Coach. When are you going to tell the truth? Next game, we have Buffalo and St. Louis. The Blues went 3-0-1 on their road trip, and now they return home to face the Sabres at home, where they're 18-6-2. After this game, though, the Blues will return to go back on another 4-game road trip. So this is really a one-off where they're playing in between 2 long road trips, basically. The Blues dropped a 3-2 decision in overtime to Montreal on the trip, but then they earned victories against Ottawa, Toronto right after them, and then Philadelphia. So the Blues have leaned heavily on goaltender Ville Husso since mid-January. He's given him 9 starts in a span of 11 games, and he's actually been holding him in all the time. Like, he's been playing fantastic. They're going to have to think of what the situation is with Jordan Binnington, and who they're going to go for as they move into the last quadrant of the season. Buffalo will look for a much better start in this game. It seems that a lot of their struggles are due to the fact that they fall behind right away, and then I don't know. I've noticed that they throw in the flag after half game, and you can really take advantage of their defense um, in the second half of the game, and they give up a lot of goals in the third period as well. So I'm going to go with St. Louis to win this game 4-1, Coach.
Here we go.
Okay, and next we have New Jersey and Chicago. An efficient start helped New Jersey snap a 2-game losing streak on Thursday. New Jersey scored on 3 of its first 7 shots as they romped over Pittsburgh 6-1. As the Devils, they aim to sweep a road back to back. They're aiming to go into Chicago and do this. Consistency really becomes the name of the game here. With New Jersey, Jesper Bratt has really been a great story for them. He really is becoming quite the igniter for the team. Hughes has picked up his game. Nico has picked up his game. So I understand where they're getting that as well, that extra offense. And now they have Hamilton back into the lineup. So, things could look up for New Jersey in the last 30 games or so that they play. Chicago, on the other hand, has been idle since the 5-2 loss to Florida. I think it was on Sunday, and they've dropped 3 in a row overall and 7 straight at home. Right? Chicago's 8-13-4 at home, and is seeking its first win there since defeating Anaheim back in January, early January, I think it is, the second, around the 10th or something like that. It's if it weren't for me, if it weren't for Fleury, they'd be suffering a lot more. Uh, he has held them in a lot of games, but this one here, I think he might just be the difference tonight. I'm going to go with Chicago to win this one 4-3, mostly because New Jersey's on a back-to-back here.
Yeah, hold on a second, because my my pen stopped to work.
Uh-oh.
So I have to catch up with everybody. Zev Lecar, welcome back.
You should always have a backup, Coach.
I got one. It's just like I have to fix it. Here we go. We have the friend of that game.
Okay. And next we have Winnipeg and Colorado. Well, what can I say about Winnipeg? Like, they're a hard team to figure out. They sit outside the postseason bracket right now after losing 3 straight. They went 0-2-1. The last 2 coming in the last minute of one game and in overtime in the other game. And they don't get better tonight as they go into Colorado, where Colorado's very strong. Their last 6 losses have been by 2 goals or fewer, which means, valuable points were left on I don't want to say on the table, but on the ice, I guess. Winnipeg's last game against Colorado resulted in a 7-1 loss. So I don't know. Colorado has been rolling, in my eyes. They've been rolling for the last 3 months. So the Jets are going to have a hard time trying to break this streak against Colorado. It doesn't matter whether they're on the road or at home with the Avalanche. They're quite potent. And it doesn't matter who's out of the lineup, really. Like I know McKinnon's missed close to 15 games so far, but there's always somebody that steps up. Mostly this year it's been Kadri, but other players as well. Landeskog is up with 51 points. Rantanen is at 61. Makar's at 53. So they have depth for sure, and I don't think that they'll have too much trouble tonight. I think they'll beat Winnipeg 5-2.
Here we go.
You copied me again, eh?
Again.
Okay. And next we have Vegas and Arizona. Pete DeBoer will try for his 500th NHL coaching victory tonight when the Golden Knights face the Coyotes in Arizona. He's been in 15 years. He's been with, I think, 4 different teams that I can recall. He's coached the Devils, the Sharks, New Jersey, and of course, now he's with the Golden Knights. Vegas is currently in second place in the Pacific Division, 1 point ahead of LA, and 3 points ahead of Edmonton and Anaheim. And they've basically are going to be playing now 31 games in the next 64 days. So it's going to be a condensed schedule for them. I think they're going to have to really focus on trying to get some of their injuries back and getting them in the lineup. We started to see, a little bit every game so far. We've seen an improvement in Eichel. They changed that lineup a little bit, especially. I think they put their centerman Stevenson on the wing with Eichel now. So that seems to be working so far. Arizona, on the other hand, is 6-19-1 at home, and they have the NHL's lowest points percentage at 294, as well as the fewest wins in the Western Conference at 13. Colorado is at the other end of the standings, and we know the story with them, of course. Arizona's dropped 3 of their past 4 and 10 of its past 13 games, including a 3-2 loss to the visiting Kings on Wednesday. So I think this saga for Arizona continues, and Vegas is going to win this game, I think, 5-2.
All right. Welcome, Mr. In a Bad Monkey. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be great. I took 5-4-2.
Okay, and our final game of the night, LA and Anaheim, the 2 California teams. They both made the playoffs last, I think it was in 2017 and 2017-18 season, and they both fell in the first round. The next 3 seasons have kind of been a whole series of rebuilding for both of them, and they haven't been very high in the standings. But we're starting to really see the rebuilding process for LA has been a lot quicker than we expected, or at least that I expected. Whereas Anaheim kind of took me a little bit more by surprise this year. I had expected them to be a lot lower in the standings, but they've been hanging in for the most part. I know they're out of a playoff position right now, but they could still be in this race, especially playing a team that they're chasing right now. LA has won the first 3 games on a 4-game road swing, which concludes tonight in Anaheim, and has come out on top in 5 of its past 6 games. Not all of them have been masterpieces, but at this point, it doesn't matter. What you want to do is ensure the W, and that's exactly what LA has done. I think LA will continue their winning ways tonight, and they'll defeat Anaheim by a score of 5-3.
Surprised me. Ron the King took Anaheim.
Did he really?
He took Anaheim. I think he make a mistake, but he took Anaheim 4-2.
Explain, Run, explain. Maybe because they're in Anaheim. I don't know. Not that they have to travel very far.
I got it, Danny. You wow. That's what we got. Everybody else in the chat. And the end of the show, of course, we do always the fantasy hockey. If you know that, we have a bad night at the prediction. We also have a bad night on the player fantasy last night.
3 points each.
At the end of the day, and on top, we have to say we have a bad night.
Yes,
that's pretty much it. I would try to change a little bit my situation. Strategy. I go with Colorado. I a long shot, Dottie, but I go with McCarr. I go with Ao because Danny said Ao. I go with Kadri because McKenna does not play. And I surprised for the first time this season, I took Jack Eichel. The first one between you and me took Jack Eichel.
No, actually, I took him last time, Coach.
Last night?
And the last game they played.
Oh, you got 2 points?
Yeah.
That's the reason I took him.
Okay, I'm going to go with Carolina. And I'm going to take on defense Hamilton and Krug. And then my forwards, I'm going to go with Rantanen, Mark Scheifele, and since you took Eichel, I'm going to go with Stevenson.
All right, I have one more here. Ducks, Robert Bruce said the Ducks 4-1 tonight. Congratulations. Thanks, Robert. It's already the end of the show, Mr. ENORTAP. It's already the end of the week for us, honestly. But it's not over yet because you open up with a face-off, right? But now you have to go, of course, on breakaway because that's the time for you. Breakaway, Mr. ENORTAP. Shoot out! The Ferret Tap is the last lap of the race with Mr. Ferret Tap. What are you looking for? Not only tonight, Mr. Ferret Tap, but also what is going maybe looking for the weekend. That's what we're looking to know. And tell us what is you have to look for.
Well, Coach, I'm just going to focus on 2 things for tonight, really. Columbus and Carolina kind of intrigues me. Not because I think Columbus is anywhere near Carolina, but they've been on a hot streak, and Carolina hasn't struggled, but they've endured a couple of injuries. So I think this might be, I know I predicted 5-2 Carolina, but it might turn out to be a lot closer than we think this game. I wouldn't be surprised even a possible upset there. But and then the other game is the late game, LA and Anaheim. These are games that are big points on the line because it's always a team that you're trying to jump over. It's huge for Anaheim. I think they're going to be in trouble if they can't get this victory. So I think it's going to mean more to them than LA, but LA also knows that they have to continue. They've been on a hot streak, so they're going to have to continue their winning ways.
Yep, absolutely about that one. With anything for the weekend specific more, like Montreal Canadiens or?
Well, Montreal, I think they have a good chance of maybe extending their streak on Saturday when they take on Ottawa. It'll be a good game. Ottawa always plays them very, very well. But I think that's as far as the streak will go. And then we have a slew of games on Saturday and Sunday as well. So right now I don't have the schedule, so I don't really know which ones. But it'll be a great weekend of hockey for sure.
Mr. Jose, I got your chance. Also, Yamo is going to swim from Finland to Sweden next week, so it'll be interesting to hear more about that one over there. I can't wait to see that. But before we leave, for me this weekend is how many upset we got, Mr. ENORTAP.
I know.
That's what I'm looking for and see about this. One team I'm a little bit concerned is about Minnesota. But looked like everybody got a slump at some point. Minnesota only won the last 4 games. And that's something is a little bit worry about them team. But again, we'll see. And if you look about this, Dallas right now is just behind Minnesota. Nashville is just behind, a couple of points behind Nashville in St. Louis in Minnesota. So that's going to be interesting about that one. We're therefore looking about that. But Mr. ENORTAP, it was always a pleasure having you again this week. Honestly, for the week. Coach. And then to finish as an ENORTAP to the FARATAP, it's amazing to see that. But we have to remind everybody before you leave, you have to click on the likes. Push that like. And
you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
An amazing great night, Mr. ENORTAP, an amazing great weeks all together. I can't wait to see you next Monday. But Sunday night, Sunday night, 9 o'clock p.m., we are back with a special show called the Let's Talk Abs. We have Andrew Lepage and Mr. ENORTAP, and maybe a special guest going to join us talking about the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So come with us to see us for Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Until then, Mr. ENORTAP, we wish you an amazing, great weekend with your family, and I can't wait to see you Sunday night. Until then,
thank you, sir.
See ya! Thank you, Johnny. Jose. Don't forget tonight, 9 o'clock. Danny, Yamo, Andrew, RJ, Bert, Roger, Andrew, Kelly, Pierre, Alexi, Bud the Monkey, Steve G. We miss Andy Kuiwula this week today.
What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown?
You're welcome, Pierre.
Should I let go?
Thanks, Kelly.
Really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so?
Johnny Golden, Nicolas de Goubibono, Rand Cook, Center Heights, Antoine Martel, Johnny Larkin.
Come on, get a grip now.
How about the Blues?
We parted. You
Yes, it is, Robert.